various various factors which are responsible uh, for making the form larger and bigger. So I'll be sharing my PPT, and you can ask me questions in the beginning also, or at any time in between the webinar. How much time I have got? How much
Uh,
time I have got?
Sir,
Sir,
Am
we
I
have time
audible?
till
we have time till 7 p.m., but you may take 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, whatever is comfortable
No, no,
for
not
you.
not at all. So I would
Huh.
like to be this to be an interactive session. So you can raise your hands or whatever. Who's going to be moderate, Deven? You are going to be moderator for question
Uh,
answer.
Sir, Vishalji is there for that. Actually, I
Okay,
have come out for a seminar in Balasore chapter of EIRC of ICI.
okay.
So
Good, good.
I
Because
do not know.
I'm also because of the 31st December embargo due to WOFA, uh, back to back there are programs every day. So uh, once again, thank you. So I would like to just say that you can stop me at any time and you can ask me any question. Uh, uh, my PPT is visible now.
yes,
Visible.
sir. Yes, sir.
Huh.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, just a minute. Shashank,
Yes, sir.
just a minute. I have to see that screen is also visible to me. Yeah, slideshow. Yeah, my slide is visible now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, friends, let me tell you that the challenge before us is the how to build the practice that is most important, and what are the various things which are available with the practicing chartered accountant, and what they need to take care, and what are the things they should decide before going into any merger, any networking, or any type of the consolidation in the practice, and what are the minus pointed points which you will face, and what are the positive points which you will face. So these are the few things which one must know before venturing into the anything. So I would like to just take you through the various uh, aspects which are over the globe. So we have 7 continents, 195 countries, 162 total accounting bodies, and in India we have only one accounting body, that is ICI. We have around 4 lakh members as on present, 4 lakh 29,000 and something. Out of that, around 1.6 are in practice. The rest are either in industry or in the business. This is the spread of the entire chartered accountant all over the world. CPA around 6.64. Then the Institute of Internal Auditors, there are 2 lakh plus member, and so on. That Institute of England and Wales, the another. But we are the largest one as on today, because CPA, they are conglomeration of so many institutes. So far as the institute is concerned, we are the only one in India, so we are more than 4 lakh. And these are the various MRA which we are having as on today. With SICA, we have CPA, we have the Australia, Canada, we have all these MRAs which we have. So we can have multiple membership with them. There are certain practicing right available in the MRA, which we need to see that how we can get those MRA rights in the practicing area. So this is the glance of the six. Now there are certain data we must know and we must see to it that data, because unless until we peruse the data, we'll not be able to see that how dynamic the word and where we are supposed to be there in that bucket. So it will be very disheartening to know that as on today, if we have 4,31,622 member which have those who have paid the fees, but whereas around 70 80,000 members, those who have not even paid their fees. This is the official data, and out of this 1,59,000 and odd are only in practice. Rest are either in industry or in business. So we treat them as industry. So if you see the percentage, it is a disturbing percentage as on today. It is 37 only the practicing member and 63 members are not in practice. So we need to see this data. And when I take your region east, we have only COP holder 12,857 in the entire East, which is 8% of the total practicing member. And if we see the which is the biggest region, obviously it has to be West, which is 32%. But you know the West is the largest region in our country. Now, would like to tell you that the proprietary firms, there are 69,748 are the proprietary firm. And there are another 4,000 and odd members, those who are not even the proprietary. They are running their practice in the individual names. And 27,527 are the partnership firm. Now, if I tell you that the spread, if you see on the screen on the right hand side, the number of the partners which are exceeding 50 is only 13 firms. And that include the largest one. There are only 400 firms which are having more than 10 partners and they are not larger firms like Big Four. So if you see that how we have to consolidate the practice, how we have to consolidate the things, because if you are eyeing on a larger practice, on a multidisciplinary practice, then we need to consolidate ourselves. And when I say that the total number of the partners, if you see on the right hand side in the smaller form are 50,000 and odd. So this is the major area where members are in practice, as it is already been said in the beginning that the situation is not very encouraging if we analyze the data. Now, why we should scale up? This is important. So if you have any question till now, you can ask me that why this data is so uh, eye-opening, and what we should do it. So I will be dealing why the scale up is required. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Any questions? Okay. So now we need to scale up because uh, everything is changed. Now, income tax and GST are faceless and they are more or less compliance driven. Audit has become extremely risky and it is totally an AI based now. It's totally on software basis. Accounting is also totally software basis. Gone are the days when we used to tally the trial balance. Now it is everything is online. and the way we are managing our offices, that is also changed. So what is the change and why this change is there, we need to see. Now, because of the COVID, we have learned how we need to work more or less on the uh, non-physical attendance basis, and how we have to hire the people. We have seen in the COVID that one particular employee is working for more than one employer, and the way they are making pool of their employers, that was also different, and the way the technology is taking care of the manpower to be managed. For example, in my office we have a small software which keep an eye on all my employee, what they are doing, and what which client they are accessing, how much time they are ideal, how much time they are working on which client, and everything is on record. So that is also the different. Then we need to see to it that the physical files, uh, the quality of our offices has also changed. You can have multiple location offices, and these are the things, these are the changes because of which we need to scale up also. Now, the profession, as I said, the landscape is also changed from shift from compliance to advisory. If we analyze the data, even of the large firm, the you can say the assurance or the auditing or the other due diligence, the percentage of their earning is only 12%. So they are more or less in the advisory, and the technological, uh, more or less the income is on that. And then the client expectation have also gone up. They want the solution for everything from us. Gone are days when the client used to come only for filing the income tax return or for the VAT. Now the client want everything from us, including the scaling up of their business, the assurance, everything. So we need to have the networking amongst ourselves so that we can provide, as the larger firms are also doing the same. They may not be doing for the same client, but they are doing for the various clients, various things. So these are the system driven, and more or less the AI has also taken the, you can say, the practice. Corona days also, when the coding was the most important and the highly paid jobs were there. Now you know that AI has taken over the coding also. Now you don't need a coder for making any software. If you give a good direction, good a proper prompt, you can frame the software, and that software will work for you, and it can be scaled up also. So, so the scaling is essential. Why? Because scaling is not a destination, it is continuous. It is not this that today I have scaled up and I don't need it tomorrow. It's a continuous today, tomorrow, day after every day. And the journey of adoption and the evolution is a continuous journey. And you need to see to this that you learn not only from your seniors, but from your juniors also. And today in my organization, a lot of juniors, they come and they teach me on the various new ideas, new way of working. Yesterday one of my junior was telling me that, sir, when you were arguing the matter in the tribunal, they were seeing me virtually here in my office, and what I am arguing, earlier they used to go along with me, two three people, they used to go along with me, but now they can virtually also see what are going on, and every day they can access different codes on the screens also, while not going to the any of the forums. So the mix and the way of the practice has also completely changed. Now that is why we need to see that we need to build a scalable team. Today, the pyramid is like this. If you have one senior, you have five junior, then under them you have 20. Then tomorrow it might be possible you have multiple senior and multiple juniors working for a different project. And Tomorrow they may be working under a different senior on a different project with a different team and the same people, same manpower in a different particular work. So this is how we need to leverage the technology, and we need to scale up through the various technology, CRM system or data driven insight. These are the few things which I would like to say the this is scaling is essential. Because now, what are the growth strategy for professional firms? We need to see this. What are the growth? Why growth is essential? If you examine the data which I have presented in my few earlier slide, there are 70,000 around proprietors or proprietary firms, and the average age is 52 years, and they do not have their successors at all. If they have their successors, they would have been their partners, or they would have been their employees also. So the biggest problem is the proprietary firms. So if they want to grow, then they need to move in a further manner. So this is the uh, pain points and the pinpoint which I wanted to bring before you. So growth is essential because it is not by chance. It is the result of forces working together. So this is something James Cash Penny has said. So I on it that yes, this is the future of the profession. Uh, I'll take you some of the growth pathway. There are two types of the growth which we talk about. One is the organic growth, where we add the specialization. For example, if you are in, let us say, Tinsukia, and I'm in Delhi, or you may be in a smaller town. So what are the your specialization? Since the world is now flat, what you can do in a smaller town, you can do in a bigger town also. So this is the something which we need to see to it, that today time is of specialization. Then branding, what is available in branding today, what we are doing in the shoot, that we have to also see. And then how we need to increase the efficiency also. What are the inorganic growth, that whether we should go for a merger. For example, somebody asked me that if I go for a merger, the biggest trouble with me is this, that I think eight NBFC can be done by one firm. So if I merge with two firms, only eight NBFC I'll be able to do it. So what is the fun of merging? So this is a question which we look into this. Either we are only eyeing only to the audits of the bank audits, or we are eyeing towards the some of the specialization. If you have, like say, you are a specialist in the IP, insolvency, and I'm a specialist in the uh, litigation, then it is not that you and me should be in a same town. We can be in different town also. We may be in a different place. So the mergers have to be looked into this, that they should not be on the same lines. The tie-ups, the alliances, which is much talked. In July, we had the largest alliance of the India between Gurujana and Kothari Mehta and Kitne Pandit. They have done this merger, and they are eyeing towards 1,000 crore of turnover, uh, which we cannot achieve in proprietary or with a two, three form partner form. So how the technology and how the institute is helping the technology updation and automation in the office. Then you have a specific team for your client relationship management. For example, if I ask you one question, that how many of us has gone to our client for any thing without any work, or without telling him that you have not complied with, or you have not given anything. So if you give me the answer, then probably we have not gone to our client, or we have not visited our client, other than telling him that you have not complied, you have not done this thing or that thing. We have never gone for the relationship management. However, there are forms wherein they have a relationship manager itself, relationship partner itself. The job of that partner is only to scale up and to go to the client and to know it, that what type of the business they want. Now, for example, if you have a client who has not progressed at the rate of 10% per annum, I don't think that client needs to be retained by us, because that client is going to be a sick after 5, 10 years. They the client will not have any, you can say, the improvement in the business, and the way technology, the way things are changing, the it will not be very late, or very, you can say, far, when the client will be out of business because of the change in the various types of the development which are taking place. Maybe technology, maybe different. Today, if you ask me, as I told you, that coding, which was the one of the, as I told you, one of the uh, best paid, uh, that is now these days, it has become more or less uh, jobless, those people, especially the people, those who used to remember the case laws in the litigations. Now for them also, that has become a job of 1 minute or a half minute. Those who are drafting, the AI is now drafting also. With few checks you can use the AI, and the job of 4 or 5 people can be done by one person. You need to train up these uh, various technology tools. So the organic growth, there are four things which I have identified, which you require in the organic growth, is about the niche areas. That is also important. You need to look out which are the niche areas where the lesser competition is there. For example, forensic valuation, IS audit, ESG. ESG is also very important. It has started now paying the, you can say, good result, good payment. So we need to focus on the specialization and niche area, and we need to acquire the expertise. Some of us must learn the area which are niche, and they are better paid or more paid. Then strengthen the branding, visibility, and the reputation in the target industry. Let me tell you, 25 years ago, I used to tell my children that the time will come after 20-25 years when the mobile phone, the laptops, the iPhone, and the iPads will be sold on the rickshaws and the trolleys, and the vegetables and the fruits will be sold in the showrooms. And now I am telling you, you will not find people, those who are doing good audit, good specialized job. People will come to you. They will come for your specialization and your quality. The moment they know it, that if you put your stamping on it, nobody, no authority, no regulator will ask the question, because it is your reputation which is the most important for them. So those who are only signing, those who are just not improving themselves, not acquiring any skills, they will be out of the market, like Nokia phone or HMT watch. Now, the third organic growth will come when you enhance your efficiency through processes, standardization, and staff training. Staff training is one of the important thing. We must know it. If you do not train your staff, you only take work from them, then they are going to run from you, because they also look for their growth. And if they are not trained, they do only the, you can say, the monotonous job. They will lose the interest in the job. And if they are staying for a longer time, it means they are not at all good staff. If they are not looking for their progress. The last one, fourth one, is the build scalable internal system today. And the client experience must be also built up data. For example, if I want to do an oil company audit, I must be having the data, how the transactions are flowed, what are the systems, what are the new points which are come in this industry. So these are the few things which are in organic growth. And as I told you, that in the inorganic growth, the mergers, the strengthened tie-up alliances, I will be talking later on, and the share resources. For example, if I've got a uh, 50 employees and you have 5 employees, so we can have a tie-up amongst us, that I supply you whenever you want a trained employee. We can share the resources. We can have the partnership amongst ourselves. We can have share knowledge also. For example, if I have any expertise, let us say in the insolvency or in the valuation, then my knowledge can be also given to you without interaction to your client. It will be given to you, and wherever it is required, I will represent you in your name. The infrastructure is also very important. It is I have examined some of the large firm. They never own any infrastructure. They always take on hire, and that was the biggest thing we have observed in the COVID also, that the some of the organization, they have hired 4 floor, 5 floor, and they have because they have never bought it. So they have vacated those 4 floors, and they have confined to themselves to half a floor. And as such, they have a lot of saving in the cost also. So if you own the infrastructure, then you have a maintenance, you have all these things. So all these things are inaugurate growth, which we need to plan it, that what you want to own it. Now, geographic presence is very important. Today, if my client want to, let us say, open an office in Mumbai, and I tell him that, look, I don't have anything in Mumbai, so he will travel to somebody. If he is expanding, so I have to also expand. So geographic presence is very important. Large firms are progressing because they have a geographic presence all over the world. So recently we have done some of the amendment in the overseas or the global networking also, the council has allowed. So these are the few steps in the inorganic growth. Then we have to see this, that partnership is how is built up, and the the demergers or the, if anyone goes in that case, how we need to see it. I'll stop here because some guest has also come. I'll take half a minute. If you have a question, please plan it. I'll just take
There are around 30.
just a
So,
minute.
yes, sir, please
Half
go
a
ahead.
minute. Just a minute.
Huh,
Half a minute.
I'll So, Dheeraj you had given a question. What is the future of the proprietorship firms and improvement? I think sir is deliberating on the topic, and after listening to him, you can get a fair idea about at least what a proprietorship firm can do to go ahead in the future. Of course, what is the future of a proprietorship firm will depend on many other things, as we have already seen that a specialization can always help a proprietorship firm. So if you are working only in the area of, say, income tax scrutiny, appeals tribunal, or maybe GST litigation, or such kind of a specialized area, so you in yourself will develop clients. You will have a specialization. So in that mode, a proprietorship firm can still be relevant. But of course, you may not get bigger clients. You may not survive a competition from a firm having specialization in various areas because they are providing an umbrella of services. So these are some things we have to keep in mind. And friends, others who have questions can also keep writing in the chat box. So as and when we find it relevant, or maybe at the end, we will take up the questions in that case.
Sorry, boss. When Yeah. So the future of the proprietorship firm, as they will, you were asking me. In fact, let me tell you, I will not say they don't have any future, but they must enter into some of the alliances. The proprietors can also go in alliances. For example, if I say I do the compliance job, I do the compliance job, and you are in Kolkata, you do the ED work. So, or the PMLA job, or you are specializing, you may be a proprietor because you yourself. So I can have alliance with you that anytime if have anything which is required, this can be an official, this can be an unofficial also. So we have two model in the alliance. One is alliance which is known as informal, and one where you can have a sharing, you can have resources sharing, you can have profit sharing, you can have client sharing, and you can work under one banner also. You have a networking, which is a formal one. You can have in the proprietorship also, but it has to be form. You can't work in a proprietor without with a only MRN number. So you need to have a proprietary firm. But let me tell you, if you want to grow, uh, as you know that the clients comes to you once he was doing in proprietorship, then he will say, I want to borrow the money. So he will ask you to make a company. So you have a choice that you should give him OPC or a small company or a large company, or a you would like to scale up him from a smaller company to a larger company. So growth has to be there, because if you are confined to you, it means you are happy in your practice. You don't want to be multiplying your earning. You do not want to multiply your things. So if you are happy, there is no problem. But those who want to grow, as I have shown you the data, the around 1,000 firms are there, and they can scale up. And those who are in the lower bracket, they need some time, 10-20 years they will take. But those who are in higher scale, they will grow very fast. This is my answer to you. Yeah, anything else? कोई
नो
और चीज पूछना चाहेंगे?
सर, उनका सवाल यही था कि व्हाट विल बी द फ्यूचर ऑफ प्रोप्राइटरशिप फर्म्स.
You
So
see,
other questions have
proprietor,
not come as of now.
yeah. So proprietor, as I told you, uh, they may enjoy their life uh, as they want. But if you want to scale up, I don't say you need to be in a partnership, but you can have an alliance with the 4 or 5 people. And very soon we are going to amend these guidelines of networking of domestic firm also. So these are the few things. Just
Sir, I would just like to ask one question. So,
yes,
if the few of the Indian firms come together and form a domestic network, the same
yes.
domestic network can later on go into the model of international network and can tie up with foreign firms also.
Yes. So recently we have passed in the council. This is subject to notification, which you will get in a month or so. Uh, we have provided the domestic firm as one of the entity, those who can go global. And let me tell you, the networking, because I will not be able to give you more on this, because it is yet to be passed and yet to be notified. But we have given both domestically, inbound and outbound. So you can have MCS also, you can have domestic network, you can have partnership firm, which can have a recognition from an overseas entity, and you can also give to an overseas entity for a smaller company. For example, if I have got a good friend who has a lot of other clients in India, so they want their taxation, and I'm expert in taxation, so I can give him recognition that look, you are my network partner in Australia or in Canada, and he can use my name. So if that country permits, he can be given. So this is both way, inbound and outbound. We are permitted in the new guidelines, which we passed on the 11th of December itself. So it is in the final stages.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I think there is some problem with the screen. Yeah. So is it moving on your screen?
Thank you,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Agarwal,
Yes,
for
sir.
your suggestion. I understand the answers, and Mr. Patra also. Thank you for your answer.
Yeah. So my screen is visible, mental roadblock.
Yes, sir. It
Yes,
is
sir.
visible.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
you are visible.
So now the second problem is not only the inorganic or organic, is the largest problem is the mental roadblock and the cultural barrier, the language barrier, the demographic barrier, uh, the level of you can say the IQ, the so many things which are there. How to remove them? What are the things which we must know it that these things will come? You see, somebody was just laughing on me. Uh, I got married in 1992. So I was dating with my wife at that time, my would-be wife at that time. So uh, when we were planning for a marriage, that when we should plan for a marriage because we were dating for a quite long time, for 2 years or so. So I asked her one question. For example, if suppose tomorrow we could not gel together, then what is your plan? How you are going to run your life? So she said, "What bullshit you are talking?" I said, "No. If you know it that how to handle your divorce or how to handle your dissolution in your partnership, that will never come." Then I quoted her Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie said, "If you are prepared for the worst will never come." And I am telling you that day was the day when we discussed so many things amongst us that if suppose these things come, how we'll handle that situation in our life. So we should never say that the eventualities of other things will never come in you. So these are the roadblocks in your mind which are restricting in the so how to overcome these mental blocks. So that you can also come only through the discussion among yourself. You need to come up openly. Uh, if suppose I want to have a partnership with you, the first thing which if comes in my mind that what benefit I will get, let me tell you, write on a paper, your partnership will never be successful. It is only when we think, and we work that both of us will get what with our relationship. What we are going to get the benefit, both of us. What you will get and what I will get from you is most important. So, whenever you are planning for anything, so please do not try to join anyone or do not take anyone because you will get benefited only. So both of you need to work like this. So that is why the shift in the mindset is from my firm to our firm. So if I bring a client and I say this is my client, then let me tell you this will not work for longer. If you say this is our firm, this is our client, then the firm will progress. Otherwise, it will never go. Define shared vision. If I've got a vision and you have got a different vision, we cannot marry together. We need to adjust ourselves with the vision of each other. And then we have to plan the governance rules, transparency in financial operationals. I am absolutely candid. 90% of the practices fails. 90% of the mergers, 90% of the partnership fails because of the cash economy. If you do not have a transparency in your financial and operational areas, no backbiting. Nobody should be closer to you. Nobody should be away from you. You should not have in the organization your own people. For example, if my son or my daughter or my brother or my cousin is coming in the form, he will have the same status as it is given to the another one. We should have a plan that how the next generation will come. We should have also transparency how the share will be distributed and what are the conflict in the management and mutual respect. I give an example. If suppose I tell my partner who is my class fellow. Right now, because I was late in 2 3 minutes, because one of the my senior most partner, he just walk in my office, though he's now more or less retired and he's doing work from there. He comes only once or twice in a month. He came with the family. Now, if I tell my partner, uh, I tell somebody in my office to my partner, you please wait. Sanjay has said that you should wait. Let me tell you that partnership will break down. I have gone out, I received him, I brought him, and I took excuse from you. This is the mutual respect we need to have amongst ourselves. So, the conflict management, if will come, we need to understand, as I told you, how to handle that conflict and how to handle the things. We see every day, every month, I handle some of the situation where two brothers fight, father son fights, father daughter fights, mother and father fights. So all these things we need to have, and how to handle those conflicts, we need to understand. From practitioner to entrepreneur, we have to think like an entrepreneur. Today, how you can see that Swami Ramdev have built up the scale up. He was a small person who was just selling the medicines or the things from cycle. Now he has become an enterprise. So we need to see to it that from practitioner, we need to become an entrepreneur. So think of long term and scale. Also, you should have three policies: short term, mid term, and long term. So, this is how we need to see it, how we overcome this mental roadblock and delegate and empower leadership. Then, measure and reward performance is also required to be there. If you are not rewarding your people, you are not taking the reward or not giving the reward, I don't think you are going to survive for a long time. And also, the embrace professional management culture. What is the culture in your organization is most important. You should have a defined culture in your organization. For example, if my partner and me both are having only one son, we should talk to among themselves at what time our son can come and how they will come in the form, whether they will. I'll give you an example. Long back, when I was in the initial stage of my practice, I went to marriage of my friend sister. So the owner of the company, I would not like to name it, but it is known as a well recognized company in those times, and today also they have multiplied to a larger enterprise. So it was a time of somewhere, I think, 84 or 83. So the father of my friend went in the front gate to receive his boss. So what I found that uh, there are two people, those who have come in the car. One is a little older one, one is a younger one. So younger one was sitting in front of the car, and the older one was sitting on the back of the car. Now then they came. Similarly, when they gone back, so the father of my friend have also gone out to see them off. At that time, there were two cars. So the senior was going in one car and the junior was going in the another car. I asked them the question, who are these two people? He says these are the father and son. Then I asked him, there were two seats on the back. Why these two people have not sat on the back? So they say, he replied to me that the driver of that car of the father was a senior employee than a son. And as such, son has to follow the process of the seniority and he has to sit along with the driver. And when they have gone back, the driver of the son was a junior in the company, and as such, he can sit on the back of the car. These are the things which I still remember that are the culture of that company at that time. And let me tell you, that has given a lot of, uh, you can say, growth to that company because that culture was there. So these are the few examples which I tell you. So creating scalable form model, defined leadership structure. If suppose somebody brings more business, how he will be given, the partner accountability. If there is a problem, then how the accountability will be fixed. Use of ERP and document management system, that is most important. Process driven to the client delivery. These are the few things which are important in any scalable. Brand value, we need to spend some of the amount every year on the brand value. If you have a brand, you should not be sellable like anything. Your brand should sell in the market and people should come to you for your brand. So these are the few things which you need to scale up. Technology growth, as I told you, in the organic growth, the automotive in the audit and workflow is important. Cloud based, you need to do it. I have learned in the COVID that my entire office, we have made it on the cloud. And today I can access my office from anywhere in the world. And I can see what my people are doing and how they are doing it, how they are replying, what are the timelines, how the timelines are there, when they are met, what are the various targets with various, uh, you can say, partners or the employees, and how I am accountable to other partners. These are all being defined in us, in our organization. We are very small, but we have everything in the defined in the nature. Human capital and talent retention. Talent retention is one of the, you can say, biggest task of any firm. We are also feeling this problem, talent retention. We have not been able to retain the talent for a long time because the larger firm, they pay more money, they give them more big at you can say infrastructure and all those things. So we need to have all these things. Then you need to see the success stories, case studies. You need to also study then merger, 3x post integration, what the they are there, leverage in specialization, how much you will do. So all these are the few things which are important, and I would not like to take much of your time on this because these are the things. Rather, I would like to see your question more important because these are the theoretical things. Then I would be dealing with you how to build a form, vision alignment, as I told you in the past, also in the few last slides, also the eligibility criteria, who can be partner, who can be leader, when the retirement age will be there, when new partner can be there. For example, if I get ill and during my work or I am not well, I'll not be able to see how you will handle that, and still how much time you will wait. And then you need to have a mentorship also. This is also important for any building. If you do not have a mentorship program, then you will fail. Transparent roadmap, this I already explained you that you have to do this. Revenue sharing, yes. I was inquiring one of the large firm, Indian domestic large firm. I asked him that how you share the revenue. So he said that uh, we have fixed sharing ratio. We share the profit 60% among ourselves, and we also retain capital. For example, out of 60%, I give 40% in my keep my in-five form. I withdraw only 20%. 40% I keep for infrastructure, etc. And that will be given to me only after my retirement. And variable share is linked with billing, collection, mentoring, client satisfaction, etc. So these are the few things which are important in any. The profit sharing hybrid model, as I told you, is like this. Then drafting partnership deal is one of the important tasks. How the admission will be done, how the profit, partner remuneration, retirement, exit I have done. Succession is the most important thing. Decision making protocols, that is also required to be penned down. That is have to be written in the this in case of conflict, how you are going to handle. Performance evaluation, who's going to do it? Are you going to do it yourself or your partners? Or somebody else, an external agency or a mentor. For example, there was my mentor who used to tell me that, look, this much you have to give to your partners, this much you should keep yourself, or this much is the share of your employees. So somebody has to be there. This is the small example of how my client to our client form. I have already said in the. So these are the few things which are there in this. So uh, the the story is long. I would like to see to it, and that I become too much talkative and boring. Before I move to the various schemes which are there in the ICI which you can use, if you have any question, please let me know. Any question? If you will make it monotonous, the thing is this: I'll not enjoy it. Don't think it is a virtual. Think it is a physical program. As you continue to interact with me, it will be more helpful to me. Yeah, any questions?
Sir, there is no question in the chat box as yet. There
Okay.
was.
So, Devian, then if there are no questions, then nothing more I need to tell you. Only thing is, I would like to say that the merger guidelines have been revised by us, and the revision was made in respect of ease of doing business. Then we have also increased the number of year where you can demerge. It is 5 to 10 year now. Procedure complexities we have also removed. Similarly, these guidelines are revised in 2024. Few of the things which are there in the merger, uh, these are the chart. The sole proprietary can merge with sole proprietary, but it cannot merge with the inferior things. The partnership form it cannot merge because a sole proprietary cannot go to a partnership because it has to be a partnership number of partner is required. So these are the few. Similarly, it cannot be merged with LLP. However, a sole proprietorship can merge with partnership. Partnership merge can with sole proprietor, and it can merge with partnership also, but it cannot merge with LLP. A LLP has to be merged with LLP. So these are the few things. These are the naming guidelines. These are the various seniority. How you will get the seniority if you are a firm, then how the naming can be there. These are the few charts which are the part of the my merger guidelines. So this is the policy level. We have made the changes from 5 to 10 year. Then we have seniority, as I told you, and freezing the name. The firm name is given a certificate of freezing, and unfreezing also a certificate is given. Digital signature of the managing partner will be taken instead of every partner. That we have OTP, we have improved it, and it is now in effect. Similarly, what is the role of the managing partner? That is being now defined in this, that 144 non-compliance is to be seen by the managing partner on the audit restrictions, and the procedure, as I told you, we have simplified. So these are the few 11 steps which we say that how you need to do the merger. You need to have a preliminary discussion, then you have to potential conflict, you need to know it, that what is your conflict and what could be the potential conflict. Is there any proceeding pending in DC NAFRA? So you should know it about your partners or the firm in which much. And similarly, we have spread 11 steps how you need to see the total merger process. This is a new scheme which we have brought is about the aggregation of LLPs. So now you can have a LLP as your partner in LLP form. This is the new thing which we have brought, and now the child and parent LLP concept has been brought in this LLP form of networking guidelines. This is called aggregation of LLPs. It has around 14 steps. So how you have to do it. This 14 step are divided in two parts. Seven, one from how you have to find out what are the requirement of 50% partnership and 50. These are the various steps which are there in aggregation of LIP. So with this, uh, the two new models which are there, now the networking, the formal and referral practice, as I told you in the beginning, you have the formal network with you that you can go through this. And there are two model A and model B. Alliance is a model A, where you have informal network. And in this, all these things, who will sign, how the freeze and joint exit of alliance, how it will be there. Then this is a network model. This is we called as B1 model, where you have a formal agreement and you have everything in writing amongst yourself. There is an agreement which you have to file with the issued. You have to work in a network. And the model B2 is a lead firm model, where the lead firm will do everything that will be applied in their name. They will be working, and the partners can share. The other firms can also do the work, and lead firm will be signing authority. So these are the few comparison which we have made between the A model and B1 and B2. Uh, if the questions will be there, I'll be glad to answer. How to handle the conflict also is important, because Section 144 of the Companies Act is very important. If you are going in alliance, any of your partner cannot do any uh, internal audit or any accounting job if any of your firm is having a statutory audit. Who's accountable, how it is accountable, it is given. And the last one, which we have brought on 11th of December itself, uh, in the meeting, in the 447 meeting of the council, guidelines for the global network, which is going to come. And this is uh, in toto I have got with me. So, friends, since there is no question which is coming, I will say, dear past, thank you for all your lessons. Dear future, I am ready to expand. I am there to anything if you have. With this, I have nothing to add more.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes,
In between, I heard you saying that MCS can also be a part of network.
yes,
That means
global network,
okay,
global
that
network.
means the company that practicing chartered accountant can form and register with ICAI and can also practice in the form of firm separately. That MCS company that can be taken in a global
They,
network, not in
yes,
domestic network.
no. Domestic network can also go for a global network. All
Ah,
form existing as on today by the ICI, other than proprietors, those who are not having firm name, they can go for a global networking, both inbound and outbound. You
ah,
can give, you can take. Any alliance, any recognition, any uh, arrangement, any mm, say that branding, all these things we have permitted, but wait at least for 1.5 months. The new guidelines, when it will be notified, I will brief it.
but whether inbound or outbound, a firm can be a partner only in one network.
No, in global network, we have given 1 to X and X to 1, and 1 to X also. For example, one Indian firm, it can give recognition to, I will not say N number, because AOP has a limitation of 100. So you can give 5, 10, 20 recognition outside India also. For example, if you have a partner who's will only have a presence in Australia,
Okay.
so you can have with them also. Then you have another firm who has a presence, let us say, in Europe. So you can have a multiple global network.
Okay. So
But
that means the
144, but
Europe, Australia,
144,
and us
Yes.
are not together. Me and
Yes.
Australia is one, me and Europe is another.
Yes.
But in
Which is
domestic, we
not
can
there
only
in
have one.
domestic. Which is not there in domestic.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
This is the
And
beauty of the new
MCS,
guidelines.
can the MCS be a part of domestic network?
No.
Only in the global network.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Because that
So,
is not permitted in domestic guidelines. I have not
understood, sir.
amended domestic. I will amend domestic in the near future. Let me see how the next year leadership give the responsibility.
Okay, sir. Okay. But I think it is also important because if we have a domestic network, it will only form an international network tomorrow.
So that is permitted, but not domestic network with a domestic MCS in network, because that is not permitted as on today. So it is not permitted because it is not part of a global network. But however, they can be a part of global network.
Okay, sir. Okay. I think alignment is also required in this because other. So if I have to bring a MCS in a domestic network, I will think of taking someone in someone internationally so that I can take the MCS.
Yes. Let me tell you, uh, some press people in 2010 when I contested the election, so they took my interview. And when I presented my manifesto, uh, so some of the press people they came down and they came to my office and they asked me a question that you have written you will achieve this. Now there are council members, those who are 15 year in the council, 20 year in the council, they have not been able to do it. How you will do it? So I replied to them, you look, can you eat the elephant? So they said, what do you mean by it? And I said, can you eat the elephant? So he said, are you funny? How can I eat the elephant? Elephant is so big. So I replied, I can eat the elephant. So that how you can eat the elephant? I said, bite by bite, slowly, slowly. So the manifesto is not what we have to do it in a one day. I will do it in peace manner. So this is how the global network has come. Let us wait. Domestic will also come. Now it is the leadership, as you know, that
Right, sir.
every 12th of February we have change in the guards. So let us see what
Right, sir.
next year comes. Everything I can't do it.
And wish you all the best also for 12th of February.
No, I'm not there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
So, friends, if we do not have any question, sir is keeping very busy, obviously, with the seminars that are there, flooded with seminars this month,
Yes.
because there will be no CPE seminars in January because of OFA. And of course, there is council
Workshop will be
work,
there.
OFA
Workshop can be
work,
there.
workshops can be there. So, if there is no question, we would like to thank sir. Uh, if the mentor of our GD committee, Indu sir, has to mention anything, or if he wants to, being a senior person, if he wants to offer a vote of thanks to the central council member, I think me and Vishalji will be happy to hand it over to Indu sir in this regard.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. At the outset, I am very grateful to CA Sanjay ji for giving us the inputs were so clear, and each and one of us who has attended this would have a thought to think about how to process and proceed further in their profession and become local and then become vocal and then become global. Thank you so much, Sanjay ji, for your presentation. We are very grateful to you for sparing your time and being with us. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you so
much.
very much, sir.
Can I
Thank you.
can I take the leave? And
Yes,
one thing
sir.
I would
Thank
like
you
to
so very
say
much.
that though I have taken it a little fast because a lot of questions are not coming, the presentation I will not be able to share it because this contains certain data which is the privileged one, and I have been asked by the office that not to share the data. That is why I only on shown it. So
Noted,
this
sir.
is my
Noted.
Okay.
only for those who have attended it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
Thank you. Sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir.